You have been using a formula all your life, though you may not have known it. Every result you see around you, in your health, your relationships, your work, your peace of mind has come forth according to this formula. It is not hidden in some distant mystery. It is working within you at this very moment, shaping tomorrow from the beliefs you hold today. The secret formula of the subconscious mind is this: it accepts as true whatever you feel to be true, and then proceeds to bring it into your experience. It does not judge, it does not argue, it does not question whether your belief is wise or foolish, helpful or harmful. It simply responds. And because most people do not understand this law, they go on impressing their subconscious with fear, doubt, and limitation, and then wonder why life feels difficult. But you are beginning to see now. You are beginning to understand that within you lies a power that can heal, prosper, and restore if only you learn to speak to it correctly. This is not magic. This is law. And when you align yourself with this law through faith and understanding, you step into a life of quiet demonstration. The question before you now is not whether this power exists. The question is, what have you been telling it for years, perhaps? You have operated under a misunderstanding. You have believed that your outer circumstances create your inner state, that the world impresses itself upon you, and you must simply endure whatever comes. You have thought that your feelings are reactions to events, and that your life is shaped by forces beyond your control. This is the great inversion that keeps humanity in bondage. The truth is exactly the opposite. Your inner state creates your outer circumstances. Your subconscious mind, which is always listening, accepts the dominant feeling and belief you hold, and then externalizes it into conditions, events, and experiences. What you feel deeply, you create inevitably. What you accept inwardly, you experience outwardly. Let me say this plainly. Your subconscious mind does not care whether your belief is based on fact or fiction. It responds to conviction. If you are convinced that you are unlucky, it will find ways to prove you right. If you are convinced that people are against you, it will attract circumstances that confirm this belief. If you hold fear in your heart about money or health, that fear becomes the instruction, and your subconscious faithfully carries it out. This is not punishment. This is law. The subconscious is like the soil of a garden. It does not refuse to grow weeds simply because you would prefer flowers. It grows whatever seed is planted. If you plant thoughts of lack, you harvest lack. If you plant thoughts of abundance, you harvest abundance. The soil does not question the gardener. It simply performs its function with perfect fidelity. And so you have been gardening all along, whether you realized it or not. Every thought tinged with emotion is a seed. Every belief you accept as true is planted deep, and in time, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly, the harvest comes. You look at your life and you say, this is just how things are. But what you are really seeing is the outpicturing of what you have inwardly accepted. Many people, when they first hear this, feel a kind of resistance. They say, but I didn't choose this difficulty. I didn't want this illness. I didn't ask for this trouble. And I understand that feeling, but understand also the subconscious does not respond to your wishes. It responds to your beliefs. You may consciously wish for health while subconsciously fearing illness. You may desire prosperity while inwardly feeling unworthy of it. And the subconscious, which is far more powerful than the conscious mind, will follow the deeper pattern. This is why wishful thinking accomplishes so little. A wish without belief is like a seed without soil. It has no power to grow. But a belief held with feeling this penetrates the subconscious and sets the creative process in motion. Do you see now how faith turns the invisible into form? You have been creating all along. The question is not whether you have creative power, you do. The question is whether you will use it consciously, deliberately, in alignment with good, or whether you will continue to let it operate by default, governed by fear and old patterns. The secret formula is always working. It worked yesterday. It is working today. It will work tomorrow. The only variable is what you choose to impress upon it. Here is the great realization that changes everything. Your subconscious mind is not separate from the infinite intelligence that created the universe. It is your personal access to that intelligence. It is the bridge between your individual consciousness and the divine creative power that sustains all life. When you speak to your subconscious with faith, you're speaking to God within you. When you impress it with a clear, feeling-filled belief, you are using the same creative principle that formed the stars and calls forth spring from winter. This is not blasphemy. This is truth. The divine works through law, and the law is always available to those who understand it. Your subconscious knows how to heal your body. It knows how to attract the right opportunities. It knows how to dissolve problems and open doors, but it can only do for you what it can do through you. And what it does through you is determined by what you accept as true. So when you say, I am healthy, with conviction, your subconscious begins to align every cell and function toward health. When you say, I am guided with trust, your subconscious opens your mind to ideas and connections you would have otherwise missed. This is not willpower. This is not forcing. This is faith, the quiet certainty that what you have accepted inwardly must, by law, appear outwardly. The spiritual truth beneath the formula is simple. You are one with your good. You are not separated from health, abundance, or peace by distance or circumstance. You are separated only by belief. Change the belief, and the condition must follow. Now let us speak of how to use this formula consciously. Let us move from understanding into practice, for knowledge without application remains sterile. The first principle is this: you must become aware of what you are already impressing upon your subconscious. Most people go through life unconscious of their habitual thoughts. They repeat the same worries, the same complaints, the same fearful imaginings day after day, and they do not realize they are instructing their subconscious to perpetuate these conditions. Begin, then, with observation. Notice what you say to yourself when you are alone. Notice the tone of your inner voice. Is it kind or critical? Is it hopeful or resigned? Listen especially to the thoughts that come in the quiet moments before sleep, for these are planted most deeply. You cannot change what you do not acknowledge. So acknowledge without judgment what has been running in the background of your mind. This is not about guilt. This is about awakening. Once you are aware, you may begin to choose differently. And here is the method. You must impress your subconscious with the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Not the wish itself, the feeling of its fulfillment. The subconscious does not understand words in the abstract. It understands feeling. It responds to the emotional tone of your inner speech. If you desire health, you must feel healthy in your imagination. If you desire peace, you must cultivate the feeling of peace now, before the outer condition confirms it. If you desire abundance, you must inwardly dwell in the feeling of having enough, of being provided for, of being secure. This is what I mean by faith. Faith is not hoping something might happen. Faith is accepting that it is already done in consciousness and resting in that acceptance until the outer world conforms. Let me give you a practical example. Suppose you are facing a difficulty at work. Perhaps you feel undervalued or overlooked. The old pattern would be to rehearse this feeling, to think about it, talk about it, build a case for why you are being treated unfairly. And every time you do this, you deepen the impression in your subconscious. You instruct it to continue attracting experiences of being overlooked. But suppose instead you begin a new practice. Each night before sleep, you sit quietly and imagine your employer or colleague speaking to you with respect and appreciation. You do not force the scene. You simply allow it to unfold in your mind's eye. You hear kind words. You feel recognized. You accept this feeling as real. You fall asleep in this state of satisfaction. What are you doing? You are impressing your subconscious with a new pattern. You are planting a new seed. And because the subconscious cannot tell the difference between a vividly imagined experience and a real one, it accepts this new instruction. It begins to rearrange circumstances subtly, quietly, so that your outer experience begins to match your inner conviction. This is not manipulation of others. You are not controlling anyone. You are simply aligning yourself with a higher version of your experience. And the law brings it forth. Think of a moment when you believed, and it worked. Perhaps as a child you believed you would recover from an illness, and you did. Perhaps you once felt certain an opportunity would come, and it arrived in those moments. You were using the formula correctly, you accepted the end as accomplished, and the subconscious made it so the same power is available now. It has never left you. You have only forgotten how to use it. Another essential practice is the use of affirmations, not as empty repetition, but as statements of truth. You are choosing to accept. When you say, "Infinite intelligence guides me in all my ways," you are not trying to convince God. God already knows. You are convincing your subconscious. You are replacing old patterns of doubt with new patterns of trust. But the words alone are not enough. You must say them with feeling. You must pause after each affirmation and let the meaning sink in. You must imagine what it would feel like if this were already completely true. That feeling, that inner knowing, is the activating power. Some people ask, how long must I do this? And I tell them, until it feels natural, until the new belief becomes your habitual state. The subconscious is changed not by a single moment of effort, but by consistent, gentle repetition. It is like water wearing away stone, patient, persistent, inevitable. There's also the practice of forgiveness, which many overlook. If you hold resentment toward anyone, you poison your own subconscious. Resentment is a negative command. It says, I am wounded. I am wronged. I am powerless. And the subconscious, faithful servant that it is, proceeds to create experiences that confirm this belief. Forgiveness is not about excusing wrong behavior. It is about releasing the emotional charge so that you are free to impress your subconscious with something better. You do this quietly in your own mind. You bless the person. You release them to their highest good. And in doing so, you release yourself. Can you feel that quiet certainty stirring within you now? You are not at the mercy of the past. You are not trapped by old mistakes or old patterns. At any moment, you can begin to impress your subconscious with a new belief. And from that moment, your life begins to change. The law is impersonal. It does not care what happened yesterday. It responds to what you accept today. And this is where understanding becomes demonstration. You move from merely knowing about the formula to actively using it. You become a conscious creator, working in harmony with the divine intelligence within you. The secret formula of the subconscious is not really a secret at all. It has been taught by mystics, prophets, and wise teachers throughout the ages. It is written in the sacred texts of every tradition, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. This is the formula. Your subconscious is your heart, the feeling, believing part of you. And what you accept there, you become. You have within you, at this moment, all the power you need to transform your life. Not someday, not when conditions are perfect. Now, the subconscious is always listening. It is listening to your words, your tone, your imagination, your feelings. It is taking instruction even as you sit here. So let your instruction be one of faith. Let it be one of peace. Let it be one of trust in the goodness that seeks to express through you. You are not alone in this. The infinite intelligence that breathes life into your body, that heals every wound, that knows how to turn the seed into the tree. This same intelligence is within you, working through your subconscious mind. You need only cooperate with it through belief. Beginning tonight, as you prepare for sleep, speak gently to your subconscious. Tell it what you wish to. Experience. Feel the reality of it. Rest in the certainty that it is already done in the invisible realm and must soon appear in the visible. The formula is simple. The formula is sure. The formula is yours. Believe, and you will see. Accept, and you will receive. Feel, and you will demonstrate. This is the law. This is the promise. This is your inheritance as a child of the infinite. Go now in peace, knowing that the secret formula of the subconscious is working for you now and always